How's it going, everyone? It's GadgetsBoy. Welcome to another video. And in this one, I have the latest OnePlus 8T. Such a big box, and it's hefty as well. So let's open this up and see what the media kit involves. And by the way, I said media kit because I know people ask if this is going to be the retail box and all that stuff, but no, this is not what you get when you buy one of these. But what you get is inside here, which I'll show you guys shortly. But let's get on with it and see what's inside and see what to expect if you're thinking of picking one of these up. So here he is. This is the reviewer's packaging. So again, this is the actual retail box that you will get. But first, take a look at these cases as well. So this is really nice. This is probably my favorite one so far straight away. So you get this nice case in here, which looks like the motherboard inside of the phone itself. Looks really nice. Look at that. Put that to the side, and then you also get a second one in there. So this one is looks like a turquoise blue bumper case. Actually, this is a sandstone bumper case as written on there actually. So there we are. So you get the sandstone case as well, which has got the rubber inside, and this feels nice and sandstone as well. So it feels rough-ish, if you guys can hear that. But again, I think I prefer that case there. And obviously, this is the retail box that you get. So it's that same long box that we're now used to. So this is the Lunar Silver version with 8 gig of RAM and 128 gig of internal storage. First up in the box is your user guide, quick start guide and warranty information, all that kind of stuff. So there we are, invitation letter with a SIM ejector tool that's right there. Quick start guide and some other bits like stickers, safety information. Give that a read and stick your stickers on things. And you've got the device itself. So this is the OnePlus 8T itself in that nice matte frost finishing. We'll take a closer look in a bit. And in here, underneath here, you get a silicone case with never settle written on there as well. As you can see there ever so slightly. But again, I've already made up my mind on the other one. But if you're getting a retail box, at least you get a case ready to go inside the packaging, so you don't have to worry about that at all. And then you've got your USB-C cable, as you can see there. It's nicely, I like the length as well. It's long enough to charge it next to your bed, for example, at night. And you've got your fast charging brick here as well. So there you go. It's got USB-C ports on the top, and it's not collapsible, so this is not one of those portable ones. But this is Warp Charge 65, which we'll talk about later on as well. But this is what you get inside the box in a nutshell. There's nothing else. I also like the little touches as well, like the 8T there. So when you open the box, it sort of reveals the 8T on the side. The OnePlus 8T is here, and it's packing so much for the base price of £549 for the 8 GB RAM and 128 gig storage Lunar Silver edition with Snapdragon 865 5G. It's already so much more than the newly launched Pixel 5 on paper. For £100 more in the UK, you can get the Aquamarine Green version, which adds 12 gig of RAM, 256 gig of internal storage there as well. Those wondering about the 8 Pro, yes, it will still be on sale and still OnePlus's Pro device, but the 8T will be replacing the OnePlus 8 essentially. For the most part, the OnePlus 8T looks pretty familiar even with that new camera layout. I love the matte frost finishing as it attracts fewer fingerprints than the Xperia 5 Mark II, for example. And it just looks very clean, and that's got that scandi style minimalist look going with it as well, which I quite like. The curved back is also very welcome for comfortability in hands, and the flat display is perfect too. The silent vibration slider is still there, USB-C ports on the bottom, and it's a very slim device. It feels very nice and compact in hand, even though it's still a big device. So what are the main things or important things to know about the OnePlus 8T? First, let's talk about that Warp Charge 65. As well as a 4,500 mAh battery, you can charge it up to a full day's use in just 15 minutes. So if you get a last minute invite to a party and you can have it fully charged before your Uber arrives, and you don't have to worry, it won't get hot as well as a result. There are 12 temperature sensors inside, an extra encryption key in the adapter and cable to keep things cool while it charges very quickly. Next, we have a 6.55-inch 120Hz Fluid AMOLED display, a mouthful. If there's an important buzzword flying around right now, it's 120Hz refresh rate. If your smartphone doesn't have this, believe me, the tech fanatics and enthusiasts alike will have something to say about it. Just take a look at the latest Apple iPhone 12 launch event. Not only is the display fluid, great for smooth and responsive gaming and videos or text, it's also very accurate as it comes when it comes to colors, and it's bright at 1100 nits for those who care about those things like I do. When I'm editing photos, this comes in very handy, because then I can see the colors in their true form, just the way that I intended them to be. That Full HD Plus display just pops, and it also has 240Hz touch response with HDR10 Plus support. Next, we have that quad camera setup. So the camera layout is different and makes it more noticeable. So if you carry the 8T around with you, people will notice that this is different from the rest of the OnePlus series lineup. It includes a Sony IMX586 48 megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization. You have 16 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a dedicated 5 megapixel macro lens, and a monochrome lens. So no telephoto here, so things are done digitally. The monochrome lens borrows some power from the main camera as well, so offering a bit more detail in your monochromatic images. In the camera features itself, you have a new video portrait mode for a synthetic bokeh effect using AI. It looks really good. It's not perfect. It still needs work. I don't see myself or many people using this at all over the natural looking bokeh you get without it, just on the natural lens, on the main lens rather. But it does the job to a certain extent. Here's an example. It's actually pretty sick. Like how quick it but it struggles with skin when the colors are too similar, and if you move too quickly. Nightscape mode now auto detects night scenes as well, which can also be switched off if you don't want it to automatically do that for you. And lastly, you have a super stability mode using OIS and EIS and gyroscope for stable shots. Finally, let's talk about that processor. Unlike the other devices in this price segment, it's using a Snapdragon 865 5G mobile platform. And I actually still don't know how they've managed to include this whilst keeping the price low. Hey, OnePlus, how are you making money? Tell me, I need to know. Anyway, the 865 5G means you get the latest Snapdragon X55 5G RF system in there, so the modem. So you get fast 5G speeds if you can get 5G where you are. You also get Wi-Fi 6 and dual mode NSA and SA 5G, so non-standalone and standalone. It also means you have up to 256 gigabytes of UFS 3.1 flash storage. The Pixel 5, for example, only uses UFS 2.1, and it's 2020. We should be getting 3.1 as standard by now. With the latest Oxygen OS 11 based on Android 11, the OnePlus 8T is not only the first non-Google device that's rocking Android 11, it also brings some improvement like always on display, which some people have been asking for a while. And it also has a lot of ease of use. For example, in settings, you drag down, it allows for one-handed mode, which is very nice addition to the phone. But overall, you still get that near pixel experience with hardly any bloatware, which is really good. So all well and good, great features, stuff that you should care about, I love it. But what's actually missing on the OnePlus 8T? With the OnePlus 8T, there's no IP rating, and although you can still risk it and get away with some small splashes here and there, it would still be nice to get that rating in there so you can actually be rest assured that this is covered in that sense. There's no wireless charging or reverse wireless charging, which is something I'm getting used to now. So again, something that the Pixel 5 does have, and maybe some Samsung devices and Huawei. So it would be nice if OnePlus actually added that in the future. There's no micro SD card expansion, but you do get a dual SIM, and there's no 3.5mm headphone jack either. Are those things enough to put you off buying a OnePlus 8T? Let me know in the comments below. Overall, the OnePlus 8T is impressive. During my first few days with it, I like how fluid it is, super smooth on display and performance. The software is clean, I love the design. It's missing micro SD card expansion, which sucks. And the camera is missing some software magic to process the images the way I see them and intend them to be. Especially the ultra wide angle lens, it's colors off on one of the lenses, which I'm still figuring out. Speakers are also loud as well, which is perfect, but you can't take it in the shower to blast tunes as there's no IP ratings. There are a few compromises here and there, but for £549 for the base model that I've got here, you can't really complain. It's an absolute steal for the money if you ask me. You'll be able to pre-order the OnePlus 8T by the time this video goes up from OnePlus Direct, and from the 20th of October, you'll be able to get it from John Lewis and Amazon, as well as OnePlus Direct as well. And also big thanks to OnePlus for providing this review unit. So that's it for the OnePlus 8T, guys. As always, let me know what you think in the comments below if you have any questions. drop them there as well. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification as well, so you'll be one of the first people to know every time there's a new video up on the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.